Hey everyone, how you all doing? So this is kind of a quick update on what's going on. Um, 'Cause I haven't really, obviously, I've been doing lives of late, so I haven't really didn't really talk too much about what's going on on my channel and what's home brewing and all that. I am obviously doing another live with Rob Bramhall next Saturday, so kind of check that out or we watch it, whatever. So, but yeah, so basically on the home brew front. I am going to be brewing a pumpkin ale next week after I talk with Rob. I've kind of so that'll be probably ready for in November. And so it's kind of October. It's kind of a lot of people have the pumpkin ales during October, but I kind of like to have it towards Thanksgiving with the turkey dinner kind of thing. Since you have pumpkin pie, since I have kind of pumpkin spices and all, so that's kind of I'm still in the Oktoberfest ish kind of that's kind of winding down a little bit. So I picked up this today, Best Beer German style lager from Highland Park Brewing, and that's a pretty good brewery here in Los Angeles. It is a 5.6% ABV, and obviously, interesting. It says peel here. So what is the mystery? On the, of course, I'm assuming you're supposed to peel this off before you pour the beer, I'm assuming. Oh, what a tease. So if you wanted to keep the label, it made it easier to peel. I guess there's no glue in that corner. Now that can's that little sticky. I thought that'd be something on the backside. Or there might be something on the backside, who knows? And like, I'm not a winner, this kind of thing. So but yeah, so I'm assuming by the color of that is going to be it says lager, so I'm going to say it's more of a, well, I said fest beer, so it's good. So, which is kind of good. So, obviously, I'd been doing a lot of the German style, I mean, a German brewery, Oktoberfest, or fest beers, Marzens, and all that. So now I'm kind of getting around to the American side. Because I've already had a Sierra Nevada, and what else am I going to do? So, this is my third. I got a few more. I bought a 4-pack, so yeah, I figured just kind of so yeah, anyway, so kind of we did if you haven't watched it, I have did another beer review last night on Friday night. Basically it's the Bear triple New England IPA, so check that out. It's kind of interesting, never really seen any, because I'm not really a New England IPA fan to begin with. I mean, I can drink them, but it's not my go-to kind of thing. So but yeah, so anyway, so yeah, so I'm brewing a pumpkin. Bought the supplies for that today. Also, while I was buying this beer, and there's another beer. Kind of see what's going on. I may just stick with this because I said it's maybe short kind of thing. So, but yeah. So yeah, doing that. So the not much else going on. I kind of was doing my hop video series kind of thing, and I'm not getting too many views on it. And I'm kind of looking at it going like, okay, I need to revamp it a little bit. So probably that'll be on hiatus for, well, I don't know when, later on. I'm not really totally dumping it just yet, but I'm gonna kind of revamp it a little bit, kind of see if that helps. It's some kind of the optics of it. I think maybe that would help, kind of thing. So we shall see. I mean, I'll try one and kind of go from there. So I'm gonna go 1-to-1 on that one, kind of thing. So, but yeah, no, it's and I just took my as you might see in the shorts. Also, that came out as I did a I took my dad out and we had a beer, and they had a American. Well, he called it fest beer kind of style. It was a lager. They're going, but he used El Dorado hops, and it was kind of interesting because it reminded me of PBR, and I kind of said that, and he kind of smiled. The brewer kind of smiled a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, was it intentional? He goes, no. He just didn't have the saws or the Hallertau Mittelfuel hops to kind of do your typical German lager. So that's why he called his American lager. But yeah, so but the Eldorado is kind of, I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Never really quite seen that being used in a lager. So it was, I said, kind of, no, this kind of is the same way. So obviously, the can doesn't say what's used. I mean, I'm sure I can probably find it somewhere, kind of thing. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's kind of got that sweet. I call it corn. Not really. Yeah, malt. It's a really a malty corn malty taste to it. I mean, it's not quite like Polaner and all, but so because as I say, I'm so used to drinking all those, and I was kind of going to this one because obviously we're gonna do where we wanted. And so now I kind of wish I had one of the Sierra Nevada ones left because I'm wondering. It's like I'm kind of getting that vibe to it. Oh, of course, my display is short. Yeah, how about, yeah, no, it's kidding. Trying to not prepared as you can see. This was moment's notice kind of thing. So I said, um, but yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. So the beers that we had today were, I said, I had that lager. Then we had two what's called Norwegian Farmhouse. To me, those are more wild beers, and it really didn't have that funkiness to them because he didn't really get around. The brewery told me about the yeast. I don't remember. It was just a standard. It wasn't anything a farmhouse you would think. I mean, the beers were like 4.4%. So I mean, they were table beers, you can say. But yeah, but he had one that was with toasted rice. I was kind of like interesting. It wasn't too bad. And the other one he had, well, it's the same base beer, but they used different adjuncts to it. And it was called Kellum Minisi. And basically, it's a kind of what they would, like I gather from when they were talking to somebody else, it's a citrusy, like kind of fruit. I mean, it had kind of, you can taste the kind of that citrusy. I won't say it wasn't quite like a lime, but you can get it also had that kind of a tang from like what you would from the rind of the skin kind of, so, by which I don't think they. I'm assuming there was probably like when you peel an orange, you get a little bit of the rind left on the orange when you eat it, kind of thing. I'm assuming because basically they peeled it and then they pureed it and they threw it in the beer. So they said it was done this morning, so it was fresh. So they added it to the beer. So obviously that bomb that cake is going to be. Hey, look, John, how you doing? I yeah, what we have. It's just hanging out kind of thing. So hope you're doing well. Kind of like your little videos of your. So yeah, and we have one of those. It's the Angels, what we call it, Angels Flight. If you kind of Google that Angels Fly Here, it's kind of similar. It's like a little train that goes up the hill and it's kind of inclined. So I said I never really been on it, but it's kind of similar to what your video was. So, but yeah, no, it's and that's also too is like it's to a point where I'm gonna do that because it's probably in the 30s, high 20s Celsius here, so it's kind of a warm. So this is kind of not quite refreshing, but yeah, no. So like I said, basically, like I said, the hot videos will probably be on hiatus for a little bit. Yeah, I said doing the home brewing. We I probably there's a couple of collab breweries. I'm gonna collab beers. I'm gonna do with Beer Man kind of thing. So yeah, we're gonna design a beer together. Then I think we were talking about brewing. Somebody else has given us a recipe, so we may brew that. I told him I'll look into it and kind of go from there. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of. I mean, everybody's got to change it up a little bit here and there because if not, I mean, unless you really got something that just like makes your channel go crazy, kind of thing. That we're all gonna be stagnant. So yeah. So then obviously like look, John, like I showed the trip in the woods. I got the trip in the woods beer. I think I told you that, I believe, or you saw the short on that. I am reading more into that, and that's going to be interesting because it's a red ale, and they blended it in from two types of barrels. They said one was a bourbon barrel, and the other one was a bitter barrel. I'm going like I got so I'm before I do the review, I want to kind of see if I can find out more about a bittering barrel. I'm going like so I was like didn't really the bottle or didn't really go into detail. So okay. Oh, okay. Oh well, hey, that's so yeah. I mean, obviously, you enjoy the beer while you can, and kind of thing. Oh, hey, Jack. Well, Jack. Yeah, I mean, I think you've already done it, Jack. I think with that one video, I think that was you're overdone it. So, but yeah, it's just. And the only two is I'm kind of with me going lives at a certain time. It's kind of learning the YouTube game. It's because I said when I did Bear Man's live last night. It obviously we were reviewing his beer and stuff. We thought we would get more people showing up, at least viewing it, and that's so it was kind of interesting. So I thought so. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. So basically, kind of here for a little bit, and kind of chatting, and kind of sort of kind of doing a beer review ish, but I mean, yeah, yeah, I know that's oh well, of course that was just a running well, I won't say a running joke, but it was I think it was of getting all those subs because he made a stipulation that he would do a video if he had so many subs, and I think everybody was on the drive to do that. So, but hey, more power to you. So, but yeah, no, that's like I would love to do because it was kind of funny. I was me and this other person were starting our channel, and it's like he was more worried about getting his subs kind of thing. I mean, he was, but he wasn't. So, but it's kind of funny. Obviously, he does way more content than I do, and I mean, and he's doing more lives and all that, so he's more active, and he's finally gotten around to build his subs. So still give him kudos to that. But I'm kind of like because there's times where I like I can't be bothered with the time to do that, but so it's kind of funny because he's gotten over the new threshold for YouTube to be the kind of the monetization kind of thing. And I haven't seen him gone that yet, so I don't know if he isn't going to do it or he's just it's in the works. Oh, geez. So yeah, that's why you're not drinking for the next 6 months because you're going to be, yeah, you're going to be one happy camper when you after that many distilleries in 5 days. Geez, oh wait, that's over what? Not quite 3 a day. That's going to be, but yeah, that's of course. I don't know. Gonna say I haven't really. There's not really not a distillery around here. I mean, there is. I just haven't gone to any. Obviously, they don't. I mean, they don't give you. You can't do. I mean, a flight per se. Is like you get like 5 or 6 samples of beers and kind of thing. Well, I mean, you can probably do that with whiskeys or whatever they're distilling. But that would probably, boy, you're doing 3 a day kind of thing. Like, ooh. So, but yeah, I'm sure that'd be a lot of good vlogs there that you do. That's cool. Yeah, as I said, that's why I put the adventures into my name, kind of things. That way, I would kind of do something similar. But I just once I go and do something, I like, oh shoot, I should have done that. At that point, it's like almost too late to kind of. Yeah, that's. I figured. I mean, it's not going to be much, but still, if you that, those little guys add up really quick. Because even if you do flights and whatever, boy, you can go. Because I've seen bus tours going from brewery to brewery, and usually they go about 4 to 5 breweries in I don't know what. I think they spend like maybe an hour. Oh, I mean, give it depends what the travel time. I mean, but a lot of times some of those places they just dread that they're going to be the second to or the last stop because by that point there, everybody is like, phew. Because what they'll do as part of the package is they'll get the beer flights. Then if they want to go ahead and buy one, that's on their own kind of thing. So I mean, sometimes they come walking in, and you can just see the bartenders just sitting there going, just shaking their head like, "Oh, we got to serve these people," kind of thing. And the bus driver, obviously, he's the owner or whatever, and he just going, it says, you kind of go like, "Here you go, have fun. I'll be back in an hour," kind of thing. Of course, he's taking a snooze in the bus or whatever. So and every once in a while, I went up back. They would get to a point like, okay, they had to fight, and it's like, okay, they're done kind of thing. You get so and they get out of there early, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it was just they weren't people were never really bad, but they were just they were drunk, and it's just like so they weren't really causing too much. They were just loud kind of thing. They weren't causing trouble except for just talking really loud and yeah. Hey Tanner, how you doing? So, but but yeah, so that but yeah, that's kind of let's say there's not really too many. I know of one distillery, but actually I don't even know if they're still in business or not. Because I knew one of the breweries I used to go to, there was one of the bartenders. They moved over to there, and you just to post a lot of stuff on social media. But now they have moved on to somewhere else and kind of thing. So it's like, okay, so Tanner, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, obviously I reviewed Beer Man's the Bear triple New England IPA last night. It was Beer Man's thinking that me and Chatty's cans were one of the last ones he did, and so we had an interesting experience to it. So Beer Man was kind of not kind of like wasn't expecting that. So yeah, so you have to go watch the live, and it's pretty much that part is right off the beginning. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. You just gotta watch. I don't know what when we start drinking the beer, just kind of fast forward it to that part, kind of get that. So and that was actually kind of interesting. I was talking to where we went today. I was asking about it, like what, and all he basically said it was that Beer Man just uh, packaged it too soon, and that's what I kind of told him last night. He didn't allow it to kind of mature. Yeah, no, really. But yeah, no, he's got a plan of that opening a. Well, it's kind of funny. I thought he was wanting to open more of a brewery, but he wants to open a brew pub. And so it's wow, that's a little ambitious there, buddy. Because I mean, you got to deal with the food side and the beer side, kind of it. But I guess that's what I'm going. Well, but he wants to keep it relatively small. He's not gonna. I know if it's because I used to hang out back in the day, hang out at one like that. So if he keeps it, well, I'm thinking of to that level, maybe he'll be fine. I think because beer, I think his beers will be because I said he'll learn what beers to brew and what not to brew, kind of thing. Like right now, all these beers that he's making are for people that kind of a special order. So, but yeah. So other than that, pretty much, uh, I guess you can say no news. No news is good news. So, but yeah. So I haven't really decided when I'm going to do the Sierra Nevada review yet. So I'm probably going to kind of wait for a little bit. Probably it's already and maybe towards the end of October, beginning of November. Yeah, because I he didn't yeah, no, he doesn't want to go big. I because we were kind of talking about it, and he's talking about doing 5 to 6 beers on tap, and probably like maybe 2 or 3 of them are going to be like his core beers or regular ones. Then he'll have maybe a couple, kind of allows him to kind of do his creative freedom kind of thing. I'm gonna say that's like the place that I went today. That's down the street from my house, and he's kind of it's like they're always saying like what beers you see today will not be that you want to have probably in like 2 or 3 weeks because once they're done, and they basically move on to other. He's always brewing different beers, so if you come once a month, you're gonna or once you say once every 2 weeks or kind of thing, you may get Well, yeah, you're gonna have those moments. It's so it's yeah, you're gonna have your moments on that. I mean, it's kind of I want to call it like people who go through with cancer, they do their chemo that they go in and it, you just gotta have the positive outlook on it and just that way because that way you kind of get you through it. I mean, it's obviously the experience in itself is going to be probably like you said depressing, but you just gotta I gotta push through this, get this, do this kind of thing because I know down the road I'll be fine and whatever, and that way you can just move on to what you well do your trip because if you don't do all the stuff you won't be able to go on your trip. So and the work part, yeah, I mean I know you probably enjoy the work, but going sometimes it's just nice to get away. But I mean, unfortunately, you're not going away like on a trip or anything. You're gonna be what you're doing. So, but yeah, no, this is definitely like this fest beer almost reminds me of PBR now because once they put that in my head, it's like it's just okay. You kind of like okay, I can see that. See that. Of course, now it's warmed up a little bit, but yeah, but yeah, no, that's but no, but the Highland these guys are they're a very good brewery here in California. So that's why when I was picking up stuff for my homebrew and stuff, because they also have a bottle shop and beers on tap. So it's kind of oh, it's kind of a dangerous because you can go have a few beers, and next thing you know, go oh yeah, I'll buy a no, whole new brewing equipment, even though I just bought one the other day. I mean, you get one of those, you get out of hand, careless, do that drunk purchase, so kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's they have quite a they try to get that a lot of local breweries kind of thing. They try to get their beer. I wish, I said, I wish they would do break some of those up and do singles. Some of the singles I was gonna get, but I just kind of went because there's one beer which I'm gonna probably have next, and that'll be my last one, and before I'll end this. Uh, yeah. Well, it was like what was it? We were talking about something about or somebody had to do go on a diet, or so they had to kind of lay off the alcohol, kind of like what you're talking about. But it was they were allowed to do the drink. Oh, I think it was vodka because I don't think there's that many carbs. Was it carbs? It was in it's not in vodka. I think it had to do something with how many carbohydrates were in because obviously there's a ton in here. Yeah, because I think all the other because it was they were able to because it was funny to also see them drink vodka. Kind of, I think it was vodka, but whatever it was, that was interesting to see. Like, what the heck are you drinking that for? So, oh yeah, yeah. Well, it just how much money? Because I said, well, they don't really. I mean, they call this a fest beer, but also then, but down here they go German style lager. I was like, why don't you just leave it as a fest beer? I mean, even I know it is a German style lager. I mean, I guess maybe it just people are asking what is a fest beer. So that was just a quick and easy kind of a reply to that question. But I think there was a Neller best beer. I know it was a what was it? It was Helles. Somebody made a Helles and they put on the again they put a German style lager on the bottom. I'm like, okay, but the I should oh, well, that's what I should have done when I was there. I should have just did a pan or short of all the beers that they had available because a lot of people I said like you said, like John, there was a lot of people that put a lot of effort into their labels. Some are like really creative, and some are like kind of basic, kind of like this. Kind of, it's sweet. I mean, sweet and simple. I mean, kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's right now we're getting to those the season right now. I guess you could say it's getting to the stout season. I call it well. I'm thinking of imperial stouts because that's more of a winter. I mean, well, you can drink it all year anytime you want, but the stouts, I mean, you do that with them too. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, you're doing because, like I said, a lot of the beers I was looking at were all like IPAs. I'm going like okay, the IPAs are technically supposed to be in spring, which is kind of interesting. Why they pick from the little charts that they have of there's a chart, a couple charts out there on the internet that where what beers the beer seasons are kind of thing. So, and I say like right now, it's I want to call it's this spice. I'll call it spice beers because you have your pumpkins, then you'll probably get into a little bit of your winter warmers, and those are a lot of yeah, oh yeah. No, it's called putty. Oh no, wait a minute, that's a different kind of beer. Whoops, sorry. That was a jab. That was jab for Jagman. He's probably got still probably a crap load of those. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say most of our American best beers, our margins are they're American. I want to say they're Americanized kind of thing. I mean, it's because it was because after our Sharktoberfest, I mean, obviously we had a freaking lot of beer that day, and I went to sleep for a few hours and woke up and it was kind of like okay, like yeah, I slept it off a little bit, like and then went to bed and and it wasn't like oh I'm dealing with the head. I mean, like the hangover wasn't like your typical hangover. I mean, I was kind of like that, but I wasn't. It didn't have that. You didn't have that chemical hangover from the German beers. Like if I were to drink shitload of this, I'll be hurting kind of thing. So that's only I kind of like about the German lagers. I kind of like true German lagers. I kind of like of course, they use the purity law. Patio, put yeah. So, but yeah. Oh, look, John. I don't know if you happen to take a peek at Simo's live. They did with that what they call that frappe. Basically, they got I guess it was a coffee stout. Then they put some vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup in it and stirred it up and drank it. I'm going like I go, and they all just like that. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going it's like a don't. It was the beer. I think they more than anything. Yeah, well, that could be true too. It was what was kind of funny. The other thing about that was what was it? The was it James Couch, where the owner of Sam Adams or Boston Brewery, that his running gag was that he would eat if he was had drink a lot, if he basically would get a small pack, the sachet of dry yeast, and he will kind of that'll be his kind of like last thing he would do. That basically that once the yeast gets down, it'll kind of ferment off that beer in the system, kind of thing. And we're all a couple of people are going like, of course, nobody's really doing a scientific research on this and see if it was true or not. But most people are just right off the get go like, no, I would probably go like, yeah, because basically what you probably do is you probably throw it up. So yeah, now you're feeling better because you got rid of everything out of your most of everything out of your system. Yeah, yeah, true. But yeah, so I need to do this more than anything. That's half my problem. Not, I mean, so, but yeah, no. So my rating on this, I would probably say it's a good beer. I mean, a very good beer. I'll call it a very good beer. I would probably say if people say, hey, can I, should I get this? And if they're going, if you're looking for that kind of one and you want something a little bit different than blah, blah, kind of thing, I go, oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, they are, I mean, I got to tell them no, but I mean, it wasn't one if it was a bad beer, like, yeah, you might want to try something else. But no, this one's like, yeah, you can go ahead if you want to try it. You'll be good to, you should like it, kind of thing. So, no, it's a good one. Yeah, it's funny because they tell you you're supposed to drink wherever your weight is. You're supposed to drink so much. I'm going. It's like it's mind over matter on that because most of the time you're going like that is a lot of water, and it's like because obviously going you're thinking going well I'll be I'm visiting the room all the time. Well, that's flushing because flushing everything out of your system. Yeah, well, yeah, that's yeah. I get you on that. It's that's kind of sometimes I think I'm kind of. I said my 8 o'clock last night. It was I only. I mean, at the time, I think I got five, maybe seven views during the live itself, and there was a lot of the other beer community that had the beer or were of the beer kind of thing, and they just never. It was kind of so we were I and the private we were kind of like they were kind of shocked that I didn't have more views. Yeah. Well, because I mean, I don't get too crazy. Maybe once in a while, but hey, we were all having fun, kind of thing. So you can't. But yeah, I keep it my channel more structured for the most part. I mean, obviously this is one of those moments I'm not really. I like okay, the agenda is like every few minutes try to kind of thing. Because like even our Chucktoberfest, I didn't really have it. I kind of left that open. I kind of had a few things I kind of wanted to go, and I mean, I probably if I had stuck to it. I mean, I think we still have it fun. We had fun regardless of whatever. But yeah, usually I try to keep it so that way it's not too out of hand, and the people don't start saying really stupid things. I mean, you're still gonna say some stupid things, but you kind of it's not like you don't let it get out of hand. You know, obviously, you know, it's like somebody's in each other's face and blah 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 and kind of thing. But yeah, well, yeah, it's that's all who's the. It's either you're doing beers or you're doing which I mean I don't mind if you switch it up to spirits side like the whiskeys and bourbons and all that. I don't. mind because I mean, it's kind of interesting once you kind of understand the brewing, home brewing. I mean, our beer making and the spirits side of it. It's freaking. It's basically it's all the same until a certain spot. Then the beers go this way and the spirits go that way, kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. That's what we were talking about. It's one of those that I agree. I just say in the chat, it's like you when you're in the panel, you get going. Like for me, and once in a while I forget. I mean, you don't forget. You acknowledge people in the chat, but you're not doing this part when you're showing their comments because it's more you're watching more of us doing the Shocktoberfest kind of thing. Certain things I'll like right now today. Obviously, I'm doing this all the time kind of thing because that's what we're here for. But like the Shocktoberfest and like the beer review last night, it's I'm kind of more want to pay attention to that kind of thing too side of it. So that's at least why how my opinion. So it's and that's just something related to what we're doing. I mean, I would say we're doing like the Oktoberfest trivia kind of thing. Okay, yeah, if people are answering questions, kind of thing, I probably should do that. Yeah, yeah, true. I mean, it's like we're sort of kind of discussing what we're talking about next week, and it's like I said, we got so many things to talk about, but there was a couple things like, hey, we could talk about this, and you say, okay, and so it's, I mean, we got like let's say 4 or 5 we kind of want to talk about now. So by next Friday, we kind of really narrow it down to sort of what we're want to talk about. It may change, but yeah, it's that one. As I said, it's kind of in between of what we're of basically just we're just focused on our conversation because it says people may have a question about home brewing or follow up something about home brewing related or beer kind of thing, and you'll so you kind of okay that you kind of break off to that. Yeah, and that's kind of funny too because I'm because like this year it was, I mean, the first year was obviously easy because you could just do everything, but then it's like, okay, we did. So I was going through for to find stuff, trivia or fact. That's what I said. It's good. I think it's gonna be a lot more. This year was a little bit more facts. It had a little bit of trivia in there, but it was a little bit more facts to it because it was just because you see the same thing. A lot of people kind of know what Oktoberfest is already. Then so you kind of like okay, but then you kind of want to bring new stuff in. So I'm trying to find new stuff. So that's what the when I was doing my second Shocktoberfest, the American style, I was truly trying to find stuff. And later on, when I found when we, I was basically I had a saying what was what's it should have been what the information I had it should have been what was the top 10 cities the most what's the most what 10 cities have them can you say it now. Basically, I was talking about the cities that have Oktoberfest. What's the top 10 cities that have Oktoberfest? And obviously, Cincinnati is number one because that is a very well-known German community. This kind of thing. So, which that kind of makes sense. And some of the other ones make sense kind of too. And so it was because I had when I had for where Chatty lives, and he goes, he never heard of that. I said, I think this is more the city than actual event. Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh shoot. It begins with a W, I think, right? Wilco's or oh, gee, that means Stuntman Steve's not going to brew any more beer. Well, I don't know where he gets his stuff, to be honest, because it's Raggy gets his stuff. I think there is it Wilco's kind of thing. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's kind of yeah, because we don't really have. We kind of had a store that kind of has some stuff. I mean, it got me it led me to it actually led me to what I'm doing now. But I mean, I didn't use it for very long because I just because you would have cans of air. Cheddar does it, and it's quick and easy because basically you get the cans of a malt extract and for your base kind of thing, which I like. Okay, whatever. But then there's other cans that you add to it that has the hop additions to it, so it's a hopped extract. Then you basically mix everything all together and you blah blah blah, and you let it ferment and off it goes. So I mean, you're done in half hour and whatever, maybe an hour at that. I mean, that is the quick and easy way. But, I mean, the beers were okay-ish, and obviously I've if you're there, oh, do you want to? Hey, you want to join? I said ask Luke John if you guys want to join. You can if you want. If you do, let me know. I'll send you guys a link. So part sorry for my lack of so um yeah, if you guys want to join for a little bit, I can go for another hour. If you guys want to join, Paul, if you want to join and have a beer with me, just let me know because I'll have one more beer. So but yeah, no, it's yeah, it can. Like I said, I knew what I said. Like, Chetty, he knows a lot of beer, so I'm surprised that I mean, he brewed other beers. Oh, that's fine, Luke John. I kind of figured you would have said something by now, but if Paul wants to join, that's fine. Cool. If not, no worries. No worries at all. So, and I'll just go ahead and. Okay. So, Paul, if you want to join, I sent you a link. If not, I said no big deal. But yeah, so again, that was a very good beer. I would probably have said for the people my area. If you have, obviously the brewery itself is pretty good. But I still got a kick out of the label. I still got a kick out of the label because it says, "Oh, peel here." So you would think there would be something like, "Oh, okay, hey, there's something on the backside," kind of thing, and it was blank. So there was just a gimmick for people who want to keep the labels, or it might say, "Hey, you win a free 4-pack of blah blah blah." So I'm gonna go get that other beer, and we can continue. Hold on a second. I should have it. I don't think I need to do like an intermission video. Yeah, so you guys just got to deal with the awkward silence. Okay, and so I just want to rub it in. Sierra Nevada, trip in the woods, old fashioned. So yeah, so yeah, so one day that's I got a couple of those, but obviously I will do a review on that. And my dad loves old fashioned, so be kind of interesting to see what his. Yeah, good luck on that. Well, I mean, so maybe because there's some leg there. So, um, but anyways, so Paul, I sent you the link, Paul. If you want to join, let me go ahead and join. If you want to join for a beer, that's fine. Um, but yeah, so the next beer is going to be the two powerhouses here in LA, El Segundo and Beechwood. They are both are very good. Well, El Segundo is obviously very good at IPAs. Beechwood is also very good at IPAs, and amongst other styles. So basically, they're calling it, I'm not going to pronounce that because I centrifugal force IPA, and that is a whopping 6.5%. That's kind of mid range. Actually, they use Strata, Chinook, and Columbus. So, oh, that's going to be. So on the can, it says beer, the final frontier. These are the voyages of two men who left the corporate grind of aerospace for a new mission to explore the world of brews, to seek out new hops and also pizza, to boldly brew the clearest beer possible. Of course, it won't focus because it's, anyways, that's what. Um, then it's got all the government blah 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 on it. So yeah, that kind of. Well, they it's the website over here is also because they had trip the Rum Quad. They also had the was it the Olivia? There was like, and I think that was it. Then this was because I got an email on this one. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, that's gonna be, yeah. So I'm a little behind. And yeah, so cool. Yeah, so so Yeah, no, actually, well, Luke John, actually, it was kind of funny because we got what was it? Because you got yours in what, June? I think I picked up mine in July because they finally put it out here in July, and most of it was the can dates was in May and June. So they were I think they almost some of those beers are why delayed. I think they had to oh yeah, no worries, Josh. Beer Man says that he's gonna probably hook up with you and Ryan because Ryan still hasn't drank it yet, and so he's got one left, I think, or he may just join you on that one. And to be honest, I think you're gonna be okay. Cool. Yeah. So, Josh, I think you're because I don't know what cans you because Beer Man thinks that some of the cans are going to be different because of where it was within the keg. He thinks that me and Chadio have got the bottom of the keg. So, but yeah. But yeah. Anyways, obviously, that is a West Coast IPA because you can see through it, kind of thing. I mean, it's almost see through the window too. But yeah. Oh yeah, that is. Oh yeah, you definitely smell the Columbus and the Chinook. I mean, I've had beers with Strata, but I'm assuming that's there too. I got mine early in the week because so because I'm not that far from where Beer Man's at. But I just think that oh, I kind of figured I was gonna say. So I mean, do you have a lot of beers that you have guest beers? I guess you want to call it on your yeah. So whoops. Yeah, I think I got mine. Well, wherever I did, I think it was Monday, Tuesday. So, but yeah, no, but I just think that and I kind of mentioned it last night. I don't know if it was on the live or it was afterwards that he can't he canned his beers too soon. That's all I'm gonna. Okay, nice. Off yeah, the Nooner was well. Obviously, I love the Nooner. That was pretty good. The the Ruthless Rye IPA. I love that one. The fire was it the Fireside, the red IPA. That wasn't too bad. It was the Hop Hunter that was eh. Um, it can be. I don't want influence you, Josh. I'm kind of want to let you kind of think. It was. I'm gonna be curious. I mean, I don't want to go into it further. I mean, obviously you can watch basically watch our first. I mean, if you want any hints, you watch the first. I'll probably we talked a little bit about stuff. So once we start drinking it, watch that part. Probably 10 minutes in, then you'll understand if you really want to. Because whatever the guys did on Tuesday or Wednesday, wherever day it was Beerman says that was a completely different review for the most part. Yeah. So I mean, I just I would probably say yeah. So I don't want to kind of spoil it. But anyways, getting back to this bad boy. So oops, I need to. So also so obviously it's got a space theme, obviously because of the Star Trek. So if you're a Strike Trick fan, you can kind of. So I still got some in there. So these two, like I said, these two guys are big powerhouses here in the LA area. But yeah, it's definitely got that. You definitely smell the Chinook in there in the kind of Columbus. The Strata, I said, not really too keen on. I never really brewed with Strata or anything kind of thing. So I don't know. So, but anyway, so cheers, everybody. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Actually, it's got a. So that I'm assuming that's now. I'm probably getting more of the Strata bitterness because now I'm getting more of a dankness to kind of to it. And that's it. So it's not. I mean, it's not a really a citrus original West Coast. It's almost to a point now where I'm going, okay, it's the original West Coast or it's the current West Coast IPAs. I'm assuming this is more current because kind of it's obviously clear as can be and it's dank. It got real dankness to it. So I'm assuming it's that Strata. I'm trying to. Well, I mean, all hops are pretty. The Chinook and yeah, yeah. As I said, I haven't really. As I said, Strata. I've had beers with Strata, but it's I haven't really. I said usually that's a lot of time. If I brew, I kind of. I'm almost gonna. I want to do more with what they call smash beers, especially with these new hops coming out. Cause I don't kind of want to do. I want to get a little bit more because obviously I'm doing these hop videos kind of. I need to kind of. That's probably what my part of my um, redo kind of on that is. I probably need to kind of talk about then have me kind of like do something to that effect. But there was, and it's. I read an article about the smash beers and kind of like so you're gonna have to find out. You have to watch our conversation next Saturday about smash beers, the new development of smash beers, I'll call it. So we've kind of talked about it, but just the new development of kind of which found very interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So kind of. Yeah. But yeah, no, this is pretty good. I would love to get in this bad boy, but that's 12%. I'm kind of like, yeah, not now because I've had a couple already. Um, no, I've heard of it. I've heard of Talus, but I haven't seen any beers out here with it kind of thing because I'm just kind of trying to. Nobody really has. I think there's only been a couple of beers. I think they're more up in Northern California, so we don't usually get those beers down here. So it's. I said a lot of these hops are these new hops. I'll call it are it's. I don't want to say limited release or it just they're not getting out. It's getting out there quick because a lot of people already have contracts. As you probably know, you got a hop contract, so you're obligated to be buying whatever for so long. How many beers? I mean, how many hops? Kind of thing. Because it's kind of funny because I've seen because every once in a while I'll look at Yakima Chief. They're obviously they're a big producer of hops, and it's like you go into their reserves and you're looking at 2018, 2009, going like, wait a minute, you have hops way back when still. I think they wouldn't be any good. obviously they have a way of keeping them kind of and storing them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because Amarillo and Simcoe, that those are two. You gotta be careful of what you combine with, because boy, that they can turn on you. I'm not on you personally, but boy, the flavor and aroma on that's like, oof. But then again, yeah, I think if you eat more of the beer you want, then you're probably okay. But because every once in a while I get Amarillo, I'm going like, how it just like, oh, like I'm just not, just like nope, it's just not for me. Of course, some of those beers, I think it's not necessarily the hops, it's just the beer, how they made the beer. Because there's once in a while, I know that one of the breweries they use Amarillo quite a bit, and just uh, uh hey, hey Paul, don't you work at a brewery? Can't you go? Hey, but yeah, I know it's, but yeah, no, it's so. I mean, yeah. Well, like I said, like, well, I probably, so basically, so Paul, you might have missed. I had a lager. They want to say it was a German lager, but they call it American lager. Because the reason they say they call it American lager because they use El Dorado hops in it instead of where the Saws and the Hollow Tower blend or kind of thing. And I going like, so I was like, okay, cause just reading the description on the tap list, I'm going like, that is something that's interesting. That sounds, I have to try that. And believe it or not, I'm going like, I was like very well pleased. Like even my dad was like, he kind of liked it because it kind of gave you, as I said, kind of gave you the PBR vibe. It kind of gave you, I want to say, the corn malty just out of that beer, kind of. Yeah. So, oops, bye. But yeah, no, but yeah, no, it's got, now it's been sitting here for a little bit. Now it's got a little bit more of a resiness. Like I said, so I know it's kind of, they made it a danky because now I got that resinous vibe to it now. But I was saying, so, which is not bad. I kind of didn't say it was really a West Coast. Didn't say if it was going to be a dank IPA or not. I think because I don't know if L, because the most popular beer from Beechwood is there's what they call a citraholic, and basically it just they use citra from beginning until beyond the end kind of thing. So then it's funny because they have the citraholic and they also have a super citraholic. So I'm assuming that they really loaded it up somewhere in the dry hop or in the boil. And so, but also El Segundo is obviously their IPAs are very good here. Paul's only had the I'll call it the mediocre one. Also, if he were, I don't know if not, well, I won't call it mediocre, but it's, I mean, it was good. But if he had some of the other else I can do beers and whatnot. So, but yeah, but no. So it's but the home brewing is that's like I can home brew every day. It's just like because you come up with all these like, oh, I want to try that beer now. Oh, I want to try that beer now. Oh, it's that kind of thing. That's kind of people ask, well, you gotta start a brewery, and I was like, well, that's a lot of stuff behind that. And I said, well, I should work at one. I'm going like, oh hell no, because I'll get fired up probably after the first week. First couple of days, I'll be going, yeah, great, great, great. All next thing I'm going like, because obviously, and what's what I mean, he probably does it too. He probably someone comes up to the bar and says, oh, I want this, and kind of like, oh, I'm looking for a beer like this, and so I want to go like, well, is that really? So you do a quick sample kind of thing to see, a you're doing the quality control if it's fresh or not, kind of thing mainly, but you just kind of make you just sort of kind of keep that idea of what beers you kind of have on tap right now, kind of thing. So that way, if somebody comes up and say, "I want this kind of beer," so okay, yeah, that one. I mean, even though in your head it should be that one, but you kind of like, no, actually you really want this, even though you really want that, but you should try this instead because beers change over time, kind of thing. So, but yeah, no, it's, it's one of those like I got kind of laughed at because I'll bust the tables. I work for my free beer at a brewery and go like, oh, hey, I'll go collect all the empty glasses and kind of wash them, maybe wash them once, just collect them, kind of thing. And then it's, oh, here, have a beer, kind of thing. Which like, sometimes I go, you kind of like, nah, I'm good, I'm good. Just help you're by yourself and kind of help you out. It gets busy all of a sudden. Okay, Luke John, thanks for stopping by. I hope you stay in touch. Kind of, hopefully you're doing. Hopefully you'll do better, and we'll do better. You will do better, and stay in touch. Keep your vlogs going. Enjoy them. Really enjoying them. So until then, I'll talk to you soon. So yeah. So not not y'all. So I know this is meant to be a 15-minute live, because kind of giving you an update on my channel, but I have a chat going on, so I'm cool. I mean, I could have obviously Paul, and it's I don't even know what time it is. Oh yeah, it's past midnight, so yeah, I will be calling this in 15 minutes. So, but yeah, no. So like I said, um, talking to Rob next week. Please join or watch that. Then I may do a more serious review on this and the other one, and obviously I will do a review on this one with my dad at some point. So there's some beer reviews on my channel coming up. Um, so and I probably will be, whether or not I join other people's lives, kind of thing. I don't know. So it's just kind of I'll be around. It just whether in what form. Instead of gonna be in chat panel doing my own. It's all depends. So it, Yeah. So, oh yeah, I know. I get you, Paul, on that. So yeah. So I get you. I so if you ever have kids, well, yeah, you have a daughter, so you kind of know what that is. So, but yeah, thanks, Paul, for stopping by. Appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon at some point, hopefully, because we need to have a beer between us two. Not like not like the Strucktoberfest when that was a shit show when you joined. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, and that was in the in the trying to think of what other beer news is going on. Oh, it was kind of interesting too because it was they had was it Sapporo slash Stone. I had at the yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, so I'll let you know if I'm available. So, but anyways, take it easy, Paul. I'll talk to you soon. But yeah, in the beer news, it's kind of funny that because of the Sapporo Stone was has sued Coors Molson over the Keystone, which is a cheap their Coors version of Coors, but they it was their Keystone Lager, but they had put Stone, so basically they were they sued them on trademark infringement kind of thing, and I think they won, but the Coors Molson had kind of appealed it, and so recently they finally so basically the court says no, you can't, you're not gonna, the appeal's thrown out, so you Coors had to pay Sapporo slash Stone their 56 million. I'm going like, well, a lot of us were going like, you just shut down Anchor Brewing Company, put that $56 million into that, keep them going. But the obviously the executives were not going to allow that because they want to put in their little pocket, give themselves another $1 million raise or whatever kind of thing. So it's like freaking a. But yeah, other than that, it's like nothing really. I did because we have a local beer newspaper, and I didn't pick one up when I was out this afternoon. So, but yeah, I know because it was because that'd be kind of interesting to see what's. It's kind of gives you a lot. It's kind of a very good paper for gives you kind of keeps you informed of local events, and they talk to all the breweries. Try to talk to every brewery to give everybody a chance to kind of promote themselves. But yeah, so but yeah, no. So I said this. So kind of a quick rating on this beer. I'm gonna say this is another very good beer. I would if you're a hophead back in the we would call it the IPA lovers back in the day. If you kind of like the dankiness, kind of I mean I the other one would be kind of like yeah, that'd be a good one for you kind of thing. So it's definitely if you're a good IPA fan or whatever. This is if you happen to be here in California. I don't know where how far this is gonna reach out to everybody, but so that'd be a good one if you're in the local area. So, but yeah, I think I will. So, trying to recap, trying to kill another 10 minutes, get that nice round number. So, because I don't know what anybody else is going as live right now. It's probably, but so kind of funny because warm weather still here in California. So like what's new? I mean, it's but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if there's, I might be do some polls out there. Of course, I don't know if people will be watching this far into the my live here, but I might do some more polls to kind of see what you guys want for my channel. But I will say I will take that as a grain of salt because of the last few ones I've had some people kind of giving me some shit about it, and so it's kind of like okay. So it's again like I may do them, I may not do them because I don't. If I'm gonna get if I'm not gonna get serious answers or whatever like that, I'm not gonna lower my like so it's like. But I'm just trying to figure out a way to obviously get more people up here. Is probably would help my channel, but I know a lot of people, and I've not necessarily gotten trolled, but I've gotten some people kind of giving me crap on some other stuff, and we're like, so that's why I'm not just didn't randomly post the link out there. So, but anywho, so yeah, so this was a good day. I mean, I had other things I could have been doing, but here I am. So I will, since I did an hour and 7 last night, I think I am going to call it a night. Thank you for everybody who joined in the chat, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers. Drink up before you're attacked.